Okay, McSorley isn't on here.
It might depend on the things,
Yeah.
on the number of attempts, etc.
Yeah, absolutely will, yeah. Okay, here we go, yeah.
Is everything working? So this I'm going to call...
Oh, Jets?
No, that was last week's.
No, okay. Just gonna make sure we've got sound.
Cool.
Oh, Jets?
Sounds like we're good.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Sweet. Right, shall I intro?
Yeah, go on.
Welcome to Flag on the Play!
Woo! Energy, excitement.
Energy, excitement. That's what
You're now captivated.
Yep.
It's the way to do it.
Yep. Yeah, Sam and I are back for another week of NFL action. It was a good week of NFL action.
Yeah.
So many good games and things to talk about. Sam and I have both
Teams
got a couple of things
not
we're
to
going to
talk
talk
about.
about. Teams not to talk about include the Jaguars. We're going to ignore that game.
Yeah. Oh, they got. Yeah. No, let's not talk about it. Green Bay Packers.
And sadly, I have to let Sam talk about the Green Bay Packers this week because they became the number one seed in the NFC. So,
Whoop whoop.
so we're
Saints
talk about...
lost and the Packers won. Packers have the tiebreaker, which means they are, top of the NFC at the moment.
Yep.
Have also clinched an NFC North title, with the Vikings losing and the Packers winning.
Yep.
We're playoff bound,
Mm-hmm.
and we still need a better defense.
Yeah, accurate.
It's sad, but it's true. We do need to improve at defense still. However, MVP Aaron Rodgers has, when you put together yet another 300 yards, 3 touchdown game, no interceptions.
Yeah.
He's now 39 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah. Wow.
Nathan shared a thing with me the other day. The only person with 40 plus touchdowns and less than 10 picks in a season ever is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's done it twice.
Already. He's
Already.
On track.
He is absolutely on track for another time. I think Mahomes kind of
literally threw it away.
yeah. He's 33 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He has thrown for kind of 500 more yards.
Yeah.
That's the only place you can fault Rodgers.
Yes.
However, you've got to think Casey's run game isn't quite as good.
Well, that's the funny thing I've noticed about Kansas City is they've started to just give Mahomes the ball because he's so good. They can just, and because they've got so many weapons, he can just afford to throw it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that will hurt them down the line. Whether.
I think it will, to be honest.
Because I have Edwards-Helaire on fantasy, and he started out the season amazingly. I'm not happy anymore, but
yeah.
But because they've got a couple of great running backs there, Le'Veon Bell, Edwards-Helaire.
But those are their big pass-catching running backs, I think, is what Casey used them for. And I think that's kind of a little bit of a struggle they have, is they started off all right running the game. They do have most yards per game.
Yeah. A lot of that comes
but that's off the back of 317 passing yards per game.
Yeah.
Which is more than 3 different teams get. That's more than the Washington gets, more than New York gets, or both New York teams get per game. They pass for.
Yeah.
And I think it showed against the Dolphins that Mahomes isn't the MVP this season, and it's his supporting cast that is MVP.
Yeah, bear in mind, Aaron Rodgers has done what he's done with a variety of injuries to his to his wide receiving core.
Yeah, and to running backs.
Yeah.
So Aaron Jones was out for, I think, 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Also,
in the middle of
Green
that,
Bay's tight end, like Robert Tonyan, is like great, like obviously.
But I mean, Tunyon,
like
actually,
Tonyan, sorry,
is how he likes it to be pronounced, anyways.
But obviously, he's not like a kind of big name. Like he's playing.
But he is playing amazingly, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think he has 8 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's up. It's really up there as well.
It is. Also, Travis Kelce is now leading in receiving yards.
That's
Sorry,
crazy.
I just saw that.
Like
which
that's
is
another
amazing.
thing as well. Is you haven't just got Tyreek Hill, the kind of ultimate speedster.
Tyreek Hill's currently tied for the league lead in touchdowns with Devontae Adams on 14. Devontae Adams has had 2 less games. But yeah, Robert Tunyon's had 9 receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is incredible. But you think, yeah, at the start of this season you thought, okay, who do we have at tight end? We have Jace Sternberger, second year pro, who didn't catch a pass in his first year, and we're hoping for some development. We have Robert Tonyan, who's no one's really heard of, but he's been on the roster for a couple of years. And we have Mercedes Lewis, who is 37, 38 now. Not a pass-catching tight end.
No.
He has the ability to block anyone. He's an incredible blocker. Not very good at catching though. He has caught both of Aaron Rodgers' 2 passing touchdowns to first round draft picks.
Right. Yeah.
Out of his like 403 passing touchdowns, only 2 of them have been to first round draft picks.
Yeah.
And those both have been Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah. And what does that? And I think you compare that to the Chiefs again. I think. Edward Helaire is obviously a first round.
Yeah.
Was Tyreek a first round? I want to say no.
I think he was 5th.
Which is crazy. But
if my Wi-Fi will hold up. Which turns out it won't.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I can check on my phone quickly.
But yeah, that like.
Yeah, he was a 5th rounder.
Yeah. But also, yeah, no, just.
And Travis Kelce was a 2nd rounder.
Okay.
No, first choice in the 3rd round.
Okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, you think of the absolutely stacked team that KC has, and then you look at the Packers, who have talent.
Yeah.
But
it goes back to that thing that
it's a lot of underrated talent at this point, because Devontae Adams has to be your best receiver in the league this year. I think
that's literally what I was going to say.
He is on par for yards with Tyreek Hill. He's only got 14 yards less. He's been targeted 2 times more. So Devontae Adams has 121 targets, 119 to Tyreek Hill. He has caught 91. Tyreek Hill's caught 77.
Gosh.
Devontae Adams has played 2 less games.
That's another big thing, yeah.
Which is massive.
Crazy.
I mean, if you think Adam Thielen has been playing well this year, so Tyreek Hill's played 13, Devontae Adams has played 11. Thielen's played 12. He has 60 catches off of 91 targets.
Yeah.
For 760 yards and 12 touchdowns. Like, yeah. And if you look, Adams has more yards after catch than Tyreek Hill. More first down receptions than Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he is absolutely. Thielen is playing well. He's not been amazing, but he's been solid.
Yeah.
But let's go DK Metcalf. same amount of yardage, 4 more touchdowns, more yards after catch, more first down receptions. Yeah, and then 22 more catches off of 15 more targets as a comparison. I think he's currently 4th in yardage. 6th in yardage, sorry. He's on 1,144. The top is Travis Kelce at 1,250.
It's just so crazy. Ooh, great question. Why did you choose to support the Packers, Sam?
I liked Aaron Rodgers. I really liked Aaron Rodgers. I watched him. I don't know what it was. I was watching them play, and Aaron Rodgers was playing incredibly well. And I love that style. That's why I supported PJ Walker in the XFL, because I loved his style. It's why I supported Deshaun Watson in Clemson, because I loved the style of football he played.
I have a really interesting stat to bring up.
This was like must have been 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years younger Aaron Rodgers was still pretty mobile. And yeah, so I was watching it, I was like, I love the way he's playing, I'm going to support them. Little did I know they were actually a really good team.
Yeah.
There have been some downs, though. We had a couple of bad years.
Yeah.
So I might have been supporting them for 5 years now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, no, it's one of those things as well that I didn't realise. They're a fan-owned team.
Yeah.
They have 100,000 owners.
Yeah.
And it's the only team in the NFL with that, which I didn't realise at the time, which I realised later, and I was just like, oh, that's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you want to hear a fun statistic about Deshaun Watson and also the Bears, because they won this week?
Yeah.
So everyone says, Trubisky, Mahomes and Watson were all taken in the same draft, and Trubisky was taken first, and everyone's like, that's a bit of an oof. But Trubisky has a better win percentage in games he has started than Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
I think he is 22 out of 27. Or no, 22 to 20. He's 22 wins to 27 losses. And Deshaun Watson is 20 wins to 28 losses, I think.
What?
That may be wrong. Might want to check that.
I'm going to look this up while you talk.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one.
That implies you talk.
That implies I talk. What shall I talk about? Seeing as Sam talked about the Packers, after moving into number 1 seed, I'll talk about the team that moved out of the number 1 seed, the Saints, getting beaten by the Eagles. And I'm just going to sort of not reiterate, expand on something we talked about last week when we were talking about Carson Wentz. Because Kev read comments that Carson Wentz is trash, and actually we have quarterbacks that we like, and so obviously maybe we're a little bit biased and things, but at the same time, objectively, you can't deny what Carson Wentz did prior to this season. I think prior to this season, his only losing season was his rookie year, which was 7-9 or something. So
yeah, I mean, I like Carson Wentz, and something I heard while watching the Eagles game, because I was watching a bit of it to see how the Saints were doing.
Yeah.
Hoping they lost, which they did. But something I was looking at, Frank Reich left. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, and he was I believe he was QB coach.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Which I think kind of is a big thing and not many people realise how much QB coaches factor into it, especially as a young quarterback. So, I mean, Wentz was drafted in 2017, 2016.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And so, yeah, so you've got to think, he's had the same quarterback coach for a significant period of his career. And then it switches and he's not playing very well. You've got to think that personal relationship has kind of gone. I think you're right. It's a better percentage, not a better. So Trubisky is 27-20.
Oh, 27 and 20, right.
Yeah.
I was the wrong way
And
around.
Deshaun Watson is 28-22.
Oh, I was the wrong way around. Got it all right, though. Happy with that.
It's a better percentage, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've got to think a lot of those, some of those 22 come in playoff losses.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Good point.
Because this is, just... Oh, no, wait, that's regular season. Don't worry. That's not playoff losses.
Because the Bears...
You
well,
got to think Bears went 12-4 with first season of Trubisky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they went 10-6?
Or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to, talking about Carson Wentz. One of the things we talked about last week was kind of Wentz is obviously struggling because there's a lot of pressure.
Okay, sorry, I got the things up. He went 4 of 8, 4-8, then 11-3, then 8-7.
Okay.
And it's 4-2 as a start of this year.
Yeah, so it's not as bad as we think.
Yeah, continue.
So yeah, we were talking about how a lot of his mistakes are because he's under a lot of pressure. So a lot of the team's on his back.
Yes.
And so I literally my first response was well, why don't you run the ball more?
Yeah, Miles Sanders has been playing really well.
And also got
and if you
100
think of
yards last night.
As did Jalen Hurts, by the way.
But this is what bothers me, and this is something else we talked about. That you were watching a review that someone said when they brought Jalen Hurts in, they tried a different scheme, kind of different plays.
Yes.
And that was really evident last night. So I was not last night, Sunday night. So I was watching the highlights and everything, and just analysing and stuff. They were doing a lot of zone options, kind of zone read options, all of this sort of thing. And this is obviously it's a really clever scheme because as a young quarterback, you've only got to make one read. Kind of, do I throw?
Yeah.
Where is that defender going? Do I run it? Do I throw it? Do I pass to the running back? All of these sorts of things.
Yeah.
And
help your QB out. That's your job.
Exactly. But that's the thing is this. They obviously implemented this to help them out, and because obviously Hurts is really athletic, that's why they did it as well. And it worked really well. You've got Sanders and Hurts.
Carson Wentz is the same build.
Yeah, exactly. This is.
Do you think Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz have very similar skill sets? Except Carson Wentz is a little bit taller, I believe. A little bit bigger.
I would argue that Carson Wentz is potentially
is more athletic, in my mind.
I was going to say he's more athletic. I would say Hurts is probably quicker.
Yes.
I think Wentz has... Obviously, he's kind of famous for kind of breaking all these sacks and things. I think he has... this... What's the word? He's kind of got this stability along with this... as well as with this athleticism. Because he can plant his feet really quickly and throw darts.
Oh, by the way, that's something I noticed from watching Josh Allen against the Steelers. He was really good at that as well.
He was. Yeah.
He has a cannon.
He does.
But yeah, you could go back to the Eagles O-line. They're very, very injured right now.
Yeah.
So you can't really fault them too much. They have a lot of injuries, and they've just added to that. I think they've had a couple more O-line injuries this week, which isn't going to help them. If I can get up the injury report quickly. Brandon Brooks is out, Andre Dillard, Jack Driscoll, 3 O-linemen there. Lane Johnson's out. Sua Opeta is out. Jason Peters is out.
Yeah.
That's 5 O-linemen there.
Yeah.
The only starting O-lineman they still have in is Jason Kelce at centre.
Yeah.
And he's not playing out of his mind. He's not playing stellar football. He's solid, but it's not been stellar. Which you want from a centre of Jason Kelce's calibre, and what you need from your last remaining O-lineman who's actually healthy.
So I'm trying to look for where's the statistic?
What are you trying to look for?
So it's the comment about Trubisky and Locke. Pardon me. See if I
Okay.
can find it. Oh, I can't find it. Um, but Locke, I think, is the only QB this year to have a 4 touchdown game with 75% completion percentage and 149 passer rating or something. And
Yeah, he
that's
went
just
77.8%, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, 149.5, which is incredibly good. Yeah.
so good, isn't it? That's
Um,
and Trubisky was good this week. He
that's the
played well.
first time. That's the first time this season he's gone above 100 passer
That's
rating,
that's really sad. But
and to go close to perfect as well is kind of
yeah, Tori, you make a great point. Like, you can't be a good QB if you're constantly on the floor. Like, it's a number one rule. And it's like, so I explained it to Tori. I was saying, well, if you're constantly getting sacked, what do you change? Okay, you change your O line. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, what if it's late in the season? You can't change your O line. I was like, well, you take some of the pressure off your QB. Oh.
I wouldn't say Baker had a really good game. He had 59.6 completion percentage, 343 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. It's kind of not great. And I can't hear Nathan, so I don't know if he's actually saying anything. But Brown's loss, yeah, I think that was a really close game that I wanted to talk about. Not great. Okay, so can't hear Nathan, so I don't know if he's actually saying anything. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep checking this. But yeah, no. So the Ravens are onto who can pass.
Upside his can for the sack. The mayor of Saxonville. Let him know you're watching. Calais Campbell. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. That's the pass on 3rd and 5. Not a good throw, son. Intercepted. Daylight. They got it. It's...
Hello?
Came up. Oh, wait, what? We're still playing? Okay, tug of war time.
Sam, can you hear me?
Victor throw from the 50. And the first hook up with his wide receiver, Keenan Allen.
Right, who can hear me and who can't? Can't hear Sam. Can you hear me though? I will get Sam in. You can hear me. Okay, I need to try and get Sam in. Let me just add Sam in. Okay. Apologies for that. I don't quite understand what happened, but now we get Sam back in. Sam.
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Hi.
Right, apologies for all that.
Yeah. Could you guys hear me, only me for a portion of time there? Just want to see. Because I had the stream up and I couldn't. Okay. So you heard me rambling about Ravens and Browns a little bit. Because I think I just lost you just lost connection for a bit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry. We're back now.
We're back. Right, do you want to carry on ranting? Or ranting, or... Oh gosh, I don't quite know which word to say.
Yeah. Having a rant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Baker had a decent game. He went 28 of 47,
Yeah.
343 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And the running game was kind of there. Nick Chubb went for 82 yards, Kareem Hunt went for 33, Baker went for 23, and four total touchdowns running the ball. The Ravens it was a very similar sort of game, except the Ravens had more yardage running and had one more touchdown running the ball. And so it's kind of, you got to think in big part the running game, also the defense.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, I'm obviously playing Superstar KO, and Calais Campbell came up, and I was just like, I have not heard
three forced fumbles,
wow.
one pick. I don't think they had any sacks, but they had a couple of TFLs.
Because I'd be really interested to see what the Ravens' sack stats are, because obviously the Jaguars traded kind of Ngakwe and Campbell over there, and actually those trades aren't looking that bad now, because yes, they are fantastic players, there's no doubt there, and the Jaguars are sorely missing sacks, but at the same time, I haven't heard their names be called, or they're just they've sort of gone under the radar, and I wonder whether that's why the Ravens have had a bit of an up and down season. Is actually their defense hasn't quite stepped up as they maybe hoped it would. I mean, they led up
their
like 40
linebackers have
points.
been all right. But the linebackers have been fairly solid. Patrick Queen's been playing well.
Yeah. I've seen Patrick Queen play well.
At linebacker, Tyus Bowles has been playing pretty decently as well.
Yeah, he played well the other day as well.
He had an intercept from return up to the 5-yard line, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Sacks. If this will load quickly. They're not doing very well. Not doing very well. Let's have a look at. They've had 28 total sacks. Which, considering hey,
someone's come to join us.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're currently streaming at the moment, sorry.
We're currently streaming NFL stuff if you want to talk NFL, Bill. Yeah.
Go
Yes,
on.
please. Flag on the play. Billy used to be a part of our fantasy league before forgetting that it existed.
Yeah. So they're getting Baltimore getting 2.2 sacks per game.
Oh, that's more than like the Jags are getting.
Yeah. However, you look at their sack leaders. Calais Campbell's on 4. Matthew Judon's on 4. Those are their totals. Those are their sack leaders.
Gosh. Okay.
No one's getting consistent pressure.
Okay.
It's always it's schemed pressure.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
So you think there's lots of players getting 2.5, lots of players getting 2, 1, 1.5, 0.5. It's schemed rather than...
Is it a lot of linebackers rather than defensive line as well?
Yes. There's a lot of linebackers, safeties, corners.
Right.
Yannick Ngakoue has 1 sack this year.
Gosh. Also, Matt, watch
with
the
the Ravens.
The Ravens game was worth watching. I think, what was it, 47-42 or something?
Yes, it was.
Like, absolutely crazy. That's fine. Billy used to be a Panthers fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
yeah.
did. He did kind of bandwagon the old Super Bowl 50 Cam Newton. To be fair. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. People can't hear you, Billy. Just because you don't have your share settings on parties. It's up to you, really.
You can if you want to stay around. Like,
Yeah.
we can teach Billy about what's happening in the NFL, which will be
Yeah. In party settings, go to allow your voice to be shared.
We'll have to see how much Billy knows about the current NFL.
Yeah.
Forward to this.
Bit of an impromptu kind of. Here we go. We've got another person.
You should be able to hear me now, but
Cool.
I think
Chat, can you hear Bill?
Can you verify?
Chat letters. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Brilliant.
So Billy, I have a question for you. Who does Cam
they
Newton
will-
play for? This is where he googles it quickly.
Yeah.
Nah. Of course, I'm definitely not doing that. No, I actually did go. I went onto Safari and then I saw all the animes I've been watching, and then I was just like, this probably isn't the best time to be drawn into anime. I can't actually remember. I can't lie. I can't remember.
He is currently
I
on
know-
the New England Patriots.
Yeah. And not playing very well.
You know what? Yeah, do you know what's mad? Yeah, is I actually knew that.
Yeah.
I actually did know that.
Yeah.
Do you want me- I can screenshot and send you something right now, Sam, if you really want me to.
How's that gonna
yeah.
help?
Because it's a conversation with me and my mate, because we had a conversation
Okay.
about it before.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Cam-
going to
Cam
verify
Newton
myself.
Not doing very well.
Not playing up to the standard he was when he was a
No.
Carolina Panther.
So he's at 2,000 yards, 181 per game, 5 touchdowns, 10 picks.
Oof. Ooh, that's rough.
That's really rough.
That is bad.
Let's put it this way: Gardner Minshew is doing better than him.
And Gardner Minshew's played 8 games. 8.
Yeah.
Like, Anyway, no, sorry.
Answer your question. Washington are so good now because their defense is absolutely incredible.
They're playing really well. Chase Young is just a
The-
monster.
The
I
amount
was
of
about to say
first round
Chase
picks,
Young is really
the
good.
amount of yeah.
Stop laughing at me, yeah. I'm trying to get involved, yeah. Every time you say something, I know I'm just gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be calm. I got this. Got this in the bag, yeah. This time they'll believe I know what I'm talking about.
We're just going to
But
pretend Billy knows what
no.
he's doing, but yeah.
Yeah. If you laugh
Yeah.
at me again, I will keep saying it really good facts about NFL, and then you're gonna be like, "Wow, Billy's big brain," and I'll be like, "I know."
But yeah, you
Okay,
look at
Billy-
the amount of
Billy,
first round
can-
picks they have
okay.
on defense. Sorry. On the defensive line, especially. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Ryan Kerrigan,
Yeah,
who are still on the team on that D line, is incredible.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Go on, Bill. You can answer Kat's question. Do we think Dak to the Patriots in the off season?
Yes,
Why?
because I'm
Back up
still
your
looking for your
claim.
podcast. No, not podcast. Your thing. I'm still looking for it.
Flag on the play with underscores between each word, even.
I got. Okay, wait. So I'll get into the chat as well.
Oh no.
Oh,
This is
here we
just
go.
Billy, this is just Billy takes over.
Fun stat, Nathan, though. Cam Newton's third in rushing touchdowns.
I did know. Wait, did I know that?
I don't know.
Kyler Murray was before. Is he still there, or is he?
He's fifth.
Okay, so that's changed. I think they were the other way around.
Yeah, so well, I'll explain. Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook are both first on 14.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cam Newton and Antonio Gibson are then third on 11. And then Alvin Kamara and Kyler Murray are fifth on 10.
Gosh.
Then there's a bunch on 7, bunch on 11, bunch on 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, do me a quick stat check.
Yeah.
What is the Patriots cap space looking like?
I have that up.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you know what's not fair? Do you know what's not fair yet?
I believe it was looking alright, actually.
Okay.
Sam's got his laptop there.
I have mine as well.
Exactly, and you're asking me questions like I'm gonna know the answer. I need my research.
Alright, so they actually have 25 million free cap space.
Oh, that's not enough for Dak.
This season.
What's next season looking like?
I will have a look at that. Give me kind of... Oh wait, actually no, there's a thing on this.
Here he comes.
Projected 68 million.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, but no, they're going to want to kind of get some more... knowing Bill Belichick, he's going to spend some money on an O-line because they've had some issues.
Yeah,
They've had
I mean, that's the way to build. That's the way to build.
yeah. And then, because Bill Belichick's always done that. He paid, who did he pay this year?
I can't remember. I don't know.
It's gone off my head. One of their O-linemen, big contract this year. Or was it just a tag? Might have just been a tag.
Might have been a tag.
But yeah, I can see the Patriots going for Dak. It
I
just
can,
depends
but
how
also
much...
I don't see the Cowboys not signing him.
No, I agree. I think Cowboys are the front runner to get Dak, just because
Yeah.
of you get these players that are kind of legends within their cities because of what
Yes.
they've done for the team and who they are.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Rodgers.
and
Quick Aaron Rodgers
obviously
plug.
quick Aaron Rodgers plug. I'm thinking kind of Drew Brees in New Orleans probably.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kind of Tom Brady for the Patriots probably as well. Who else would I put on that list?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, Seattle.
Yeah.
You've probably like Eli Manning for the Giants and things. And,
Yeah. Philip Rivers, Chargers.
I would say less so potentially, but I could see
Fair.
it.
Sorry, quick mention, Billy. Can you turn your microphone gain down a little bit?
We're getting a little bit of echo.
Yeah. Can you just turn your gain down a bit so I don't have to keep on
echo,
hearing myself over and over again?
Wait, how do I do that? Is that better?
No.
See, Matt, that's a really I agree. I think Patriots
Yeah.
should put someone like Sam Darnold high on their list because I think Sam Darnold would be quite happy to go to the Patriots.
Is that better?
Is that better?
Let's have a look.
Oh, that is
Yes,
a little
yeah,
better.
that is
Yeah,
better.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
brilliant.
good. It's good. It's because I play with Tom Farhat, and he's always like, "Oh, Bill, you're so quiet," so I have to turn my mic up.
He's just incredibly loud. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. He is. Someone asked me where the Raiders play, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
What like?
What
No,
city?
they.
Or,
What city?
Oh,
Or
Las Vegas, isn't it?
yeah, well
Hey,
done, Bill.
nice.
Hey.
I know my stuff, okay? Yeah, Matt, whoever you are, mate, I'm coming for you, and I don't care what you have to say about it. Jokes, all love to the chat, you know.
You know who Matt is.
Do I?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Let me think. Right. Sorry, sorry, guys. I actually don't have the stats up in front of me like those other two. So like, they
Nathan doesn't
probably
have
have.
stats up in front of him. I do. I'm the stat guy.
Sam's
So does
the
Nathan.
man in the chat.
Oh, okay. Fair. So who's actually streaming? Is it Nathan streaming and then?
Yeah.
Sam?
So Nathan streams off of his or streams directly
PlayStation.
from the PlayStation. So he gets like chat up on his laptop and stuff, whereas I get chat on my phone.
Oh,
And then
wait,
so
you're in the
I got
stream
all my-
as well, then? Are you in the stream or are you just in the chat?
I'm in the. Anyone who's in the chat who has their voice shared will be on the stream.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's just we're streaming Nathan's gameplay.
Oh, word, alright.
Billy.
It's a bookcase you
Matt's
can buy from
coming for
IKEA.
you. God, love an IKEA bookcase.
If you Google it, you'll find someone called Billie Jean. It's sung by Michael Jackson. Big brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Billie Jean is not my love.
Okay.
And we get copyright strikes.
And
Is there, I swear there's no copyright. I've watched like loads of streams and they play like their playlists.
No
like,
clue.
Like
There
you
is
could
on
Billy,
YouTube,
we
I
have
don't know
20
if there is
followers.
on-
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
we're not quite there yet.
but you will be, I believe.
By the way,
Thank you.
if you're viewing this, or if you do view this in the future and you're not followed, go ahead, give us a follow. Go have a look
Yeah.
at our Instagram, YouTube. Quick shameless plug there.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Actually,
opportunities open.
can everybody run to my TikTok? And my Instagram. It's
Oh, no.
it's called Billy_Kerslake. I'm trying to get somewhere with my with doing singy song and that.
You're not going to get much clout from our stream, I think, at this point. We're not,
but
we're not
my
the
TikTok,
biggest, but you know.
I'm gonna quickly turn my sound down on my phone, otherwise you're gonna blast TikTok. I'm gonna tell you how many views I've got on my TikToks, alright? So I did a cover of This City by Sam Fisher. You know, the city's gonna be.
I saw that.
1,109, big up.
Wow.
And then my
You got more clout than us. Like one of our actually, to be fair, one of our last videos had 124 views on it. So
look,
I'm
you
really
guys.
pleased with that. Honestly, that was
That's
incredible. They're like going
Like-
back and seeing that the next week and seeing it has 120 views, and I'm just kind of like, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, well, it's nice to like, in a way, like, obviously, I'm not doing the same thing as you. For me, it's a lot easier because obviously with TikTok and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's very much they're just like on their For You page, just like going along, and they like see it, they like it,
Yeah.
they go on with it, they rather than like for you to have like that many views and stuff like that, like especially probably
Yeah.
like, is it how I don't know how long you stream for, probably about like half an hour to an hour or something.
Oh
Or
no,
like-
we streamed for like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, maybe.
Sick.
Yeah.
I am actually gonna watch some.
Occasionally it's 2 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was so tiring when we did our trade. We did a special for the trade deadline.
Oh right.
That went
Honestly,
went on for a
that
couple of
took
hours,
an
and there were
hour,
no
mate.
trades. Like it was the
Will Fuller didn't go to the Packers, and I'm
was
kind of
awful.
glad that he didn't now.
Oh Matt, I am following, by the way, mate. Don't worry, I am following. I think. Wait a sec. I am
Yeah, there we go,
following
it's
now.
come
Don't
through.
worry. Yeah. I'm not a fake fan, I promise.
Just
And
didn't
by the
know
way,
about it until today.
by the way, all I'm saying is it's Nathan's fault that I'm here right now
It is, I
because
sent
he
an invitation
invited
to
me.
an instant.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I saw the party invitation you sent me, I was like, oh, Billy's also in this invitation. What have you done here?
He's been big brain, and I'm gonna get you clout. So, hi guys. You're a good fella.
Let's spend some time educating Billy on which teams are good at the moment. So,
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Educate me.
Unfortunately, not the Panthers.
and yeah,
Yeah, I know the Panthers are doing awful. Like,
Yeah.
I that's why I gave up.
yeah.
I gave up. I lost all hope.
Yeah.
My mate.
Patriots
mate-
aren't the best team anymore, which is kind of
Yeah, I know.
Matt, stop saying the Patriots. Gosh.
So, I was about to say, guess who had an unbeaten record, but that's a bit of an oof at the moment. So the Pittsburgh
Loses 2 in a row.
Steelers were 14-0, Bill.
Yeah.
And
They
then
were
lost
12
2 in a row.
They were
Sorry,
they were
12
11 and 0. 11 and
Sorry.
0, Nathan. 14
Sounds
and
like
0. It's
Liverpool.
week.
Sorry,
it's
I
week
saw
14.
the 4. Sorry, they were
Wait, week
11
15.
and 0.
Sorry.
11 and 0, and then lost 2 in a row. Like,
Yeah, I guess the only team with a perfect record at the moment.
there it is.
Me. I was gonna say.
Oh, that's perfect.
New York Jets.
Yeah.
Who does my
0 and
mate?
13.
I think like, a lot of my mates. I don't know why, but they support the Dolphins, and I'm just like, "What are you doing, mate? What are you
I've
doing
got a
with your
friend who
life?"
supports the Dolphins. They've been quite good this
The
year.
Dolphins
to
have
be
been really good. Dolphins almost beat the Chiefs yesterday. Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
They absolutely should have beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. The Dolphins are currently 8
Personal
and 5,
opinion.
which is actually
That's pretty good.
yeah,
Decent.
Pretty decent. Oh, you need to watch their video. Like again, another clip for people to go watch. Watch Xavier Howard's one-handed interception
Yes.
My goodness, it's a thing of beauty.
While you're at it, watch Kenny Moore's one-handed interception.
Yes.
And while you're at
They're
it,
very similar.
like
so,
and subscribe
but-
on their YouTube. So I'll just don't mind me. Just getting you guys some more followers.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
So there are
Go on.
Also interesting thing that's happened, Bill. They've upped the number of teams that can go to the playoffs. So now it's 7 teams from each conference, not 6.
Patriots still won't get in.
So Patriots still won't get.
Sorry, just had to.
The
give
digs on
a
the
dig at
Patriots,
that,
Sam. Chill.
It's just fun because Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, so he's no longer at the Patriots.
Yeah. As did Gronk.
As did Gronkowski. So the Buccaneers are doing quite well, and the Patriots are not. But yeah, there are realistically.
I'm gonna rub it in Matt's face.
Realistically, there are. The Patriots are still on the fringe of it.
They are, to be fair. Yeah.
So you've got the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Bills, and the Titans are the division leaders, and then you've got Browns, Colts, Dolphins, Ravens, Raiders, and Patriots all within a shout in the AFC. Then you've got Packers, Saints, Rams, football team. Bill, the Washington Redskins changed their name to the Washington Football Team.
Thankfully.
Well, that seems like a them problem.
And then for wild card, realistically, you've got Seahawks, Buccaneers, Cardinals, potentially Vikings and Bears. The Lions, no.
I mean, the door is still open for Vikings and Bears to push through. Lions, I think they kind of lost with that loss against the Pack.
Yeah, for the
if
Lions
you
to
think-
get in, they'd have to win out to go 8-8.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to hope that the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, the Vikings, and the Bears don't win the remainder of their games.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think Cowboys are getting playoffs.
yeah, I was going to say, who do you think is going to win the NFC East?
I think football team looks the best, honestly.
Actually, I've just looked at their scores. Like, it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen the NFC East, and actually, they're 1 game ahead of the Giants. 2
Yeah,
games
they're
ahead
6
of
and
the
7
Eagles,
now.
2 games ahead of the Cowboys. So
Yeah.
it's going to be difficult for them to catch up. Would be my thinking. Actually, who's playing who? Let's look this up.
But yeah, I think realistically, wild card is going to be either Seahawks, Bucks, Cardinals, Rams. So one of those will be a division winner.
Yeah.
And it's either going to be, in my mind, Rams or Seahawks. I think Rams, because they're playing quite well. But then it's going to be Cardinals, Bucks, and whoever else came as the 3. And so
Which
I
of you
think
guys is barking?
I think it'll be tough for the Vikings to get through.
Because I mean, the Jags don't still have a chance, Matt. As much as I wish they did.
You have a chance at first round pick, first
I
overall
don't want
pick.
the first overall pick. I don't want it.
No. I think the best thing for the Jaguars is to not get the first overall pick.
Yeah, go for the second, trade down, get an extra pick, and still
Yeah.
pick one of the best players in the draft. It's not that
Yeah.
hard. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Or
not
get
that
the
hard.
get first overall pick and then trade down to second.
exactly.
You can still get a 5th rounder out of that,
Yeah.
going
I
down
think-
1 pick.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like the Jags have to go QB or not QB, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously, but
Yeah.
I just mean more that if you're not
I mean,
if you're not
yes.
going Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, there's no point going for a quarterback in this draft.
No. No.
Like the others are good, but not good enough to draft.
Yeah. Let me have a look at the draft class. And I'll have a look at QBs and stuff.
Like there are some good QBs, but none of them are worth getting because they're not going to be a long-term option. Like,
Yeah.
at least that's in my opinion. Also, Sam, Washington plays Seattle, Carolina, and then Philly.
Win 2 out of 3 of those.
Yeah, I think as well, which is going to be interesting. So, who was the other team that who have the Giants got? This will be an interesting one. So they don't play the Giants.
They've got, I think they've got words. Tiebreaker. I think they've got the tiebreaker.
Let's have a look. Yeah,
There's some good
they've won
cornerbacks
against.
in this draft.
Oh yeah, okay. The Giants don't have a chance. They're playing Browns.
Zach
and
Wilson
Ravens.
is a
Might
good,
get a win
decent
against the
quarterback.
Cowboys though. Yeah, Giants. Well, I like the Giants. I think they've played well, but no, they're not winning that. Eagles have then got to beat Washington. Who else have Philly got? Who else have Philly got to beat?
Okay, I've just watched or seen a mock draft, and it's got 4 QBs going in the top 10.
10.
Yeah.
Why? Who? How? Talk me through it.
Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson at 8, and
To who?
Trey Lance.
No, so who are they going to?
I'm just going to have to go back to that website, which I...
Ooh, Eagles. Eagles is the ooh. Okay. Eagles is an interesting one. So Eagles play. If the Eagles can beat the Cardinals, they then play the Cowboys, which they can win. They then play football team, which then puts them in a really good position to. So if they win, if the Eagles win out, they go 7, 8, and 1.
That's
They
a disappointing record.
7, 8, and 1. They then have to hope that the football team lose to both the Seahawks, which they probably will, and who else would it be? Do they have to beat the Cowboys as well? Was that the other one, or was it? Who was the other one they had to play? Carolina.
I was not paying attention. Sorry.
So yeah, I think no, that's all right. I think Washington take the division unless the only I can't see the Giants beating everyone. The only one I can potentially see working is the Eagles winning out against the Cardinals, Cowboys, and football team and taking that.
Yeah.
Fuck is happening?
Can you turn your gain down a little bit
Yeah,
again?
no, I
Bill?
don't.
Sorry.
No, I don't know what, brother. No, that was my bad. Out of nowhere, your podcast, your stream just started playing out on my phone for some reason. Even like I didn't even turn anything up. It's a sign that you're gonna blow up tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yes.
That was my bad.
So,
I do apologize.
yeah, Nathan. Zach Wilson to Panthers,
Ooh.
and then that was at 6 even, and then Trey Lance to the Giants at 10.
Yeah, I disagree with all of that.
Yeah. However, something I would love is for kind of a cornerback like Caleb Farley or J.C. Horn to be available at like whatever pick the Packers take,
Yeah.
because that would be great.
It's
E-
interesting draft. I
yeah.
don't know much about it yet. I'm going to have to do some research for the summer.
Yeah, either that or Jay Tufele,
Yes, I've heard of him.
who would be incredible for the Packers. Inside D lineman,
Yeah.
and he's a redshirt junior. So that means he's 22? Or will be, I think. But he's a solid option. D lineman, and we need help there, so, you know.
Yes, you do.
I mean, Kenny Clark's great, but just not getting enough production for anyone else.
No.
But yeah, I will make my own mock drafts, like coming closer to the time. So.
Yes, that's what we're going to do over the summer. Mock draft. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Love the mock draft.
Why is there a siren when someone's getting bombed? I think there's just whenever there's a big play in this game mode, there's like a
Yeah,
siren.
Superstar KO is just. Yeah.
I like it. It's not awful.
I don't mind it, but it's just.
Imagine it's not the same game.
No.
It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, should we do
I
predictions?
was going to say, should we? Yeah, let's get Billy to do some predictions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm
can you
so
turn, could you
excited.
turn your gain down a little bit again? I can hear myself echo.
Yeah, say no.
It's confusing me.
It's confusing.
Well, you can be on the same level as me then. Right.
Ooh, Sam, are you able to stream NCAA?
I'm not sure if I'm able to stream from my Xbox.
I think you have to use like a capture card,
Yeah.
which we
Yeah,
will do one day.
Is that well?
Let's have a look. I can't hear myself, so brilliant. Thank you so much, Bill.
Yeah, no, it shot back up. My,
okay.
I'm ruining the stream. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, fourth down tackle.
Alright, I'm gonna predict that
Right.
someone will win the Super Bowl. Big brain.
Great prediction, Bill. Love it.
Imagine if it ends as a tie now. Imagine if it ends
Yeah,
as a
no,
tie. Oh dear. Right, do you want to predict the Thursday night game, Bill?
Go on.
Chargers Raiders.
Raiders.
Chargers,
I reckon.
Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Bill. I think I take
Yeah.
the Raiders.
Raiders.
It depends if Josh Jacobs is back, because Josh Jacobs has been a bit.
He was back last game,
Was he?
Wait,
just wasn't entirely healthy.
do you want me to look at the things as well? I say, I'll get the games up as well because big brain.
Go on. The Chargers are the best looking team. They really are.
Yes,
Oh,
I
Billy,
say
you
this
need to
every
see
week.
The Chargers
Every
uniforms.
week.
They're so clean. Like it just. Oh.
It's like every week they come up with a different uniform, and it's better than the one they had the week before.
I know it's.
And
how
I
is
think,
it
how
possible?
can they do this?
Yeah.
MVP prediction: Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I really wish, like, I say I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't because I wish they'd pick someone who wasn't a quarterback. But
However,
it won't happen because the league has a QB bias. So.
well, yes, but Aaron Rodgers deserves it. You want to make that noise again?
Wait, the Raiders' full name is the Las Vegas Fridge Raiders. If it was, that'd be hilarious.
That would be great. Okay, tell me Aaron Rodgers doesn't deserve MVP.
No, I think he's played well enough to get it. I just think that other people. Like, I wish. I don't know.
This season, who's more deserving of MVP?
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think there is. I just wish that they took all kind of positions into account and tried.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think he does. I think he does deserve it. I just wish. Yeah, they took more positions into account.
Yeah,
So maybe, for example, like Travis Kelce, to lead the league in receiving yards from the tight end position. Like,
yeah, that is incredible.
Like, I don't know if
be
that's ever
fair.
going to. I say I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. I don't know if that has happened or if it will ever happen again. But he won't get MVP for it because the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yes, I picked Raiders. I think.
Yeah.
I think the Colts are just good.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers aren't quite as good. So
Yeah.
that's.
The Chargers find ways to lose games.
They really do. Did you see the end of the first half?
I can't remember. I don't think I did.
They ran for it on third down,
Yeah.
so the clock started running. But they
Oh
didn't have
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Just the stupidest thing.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, basically lost 3 points, maybe. Like the 3 points that they could have.
Yeah, throw away 3
used.
points. Yeah.
They did win though in the end. But against the
So it
Falcons.
didn't need
and
to
it
be
was-
that close.
Yeah, and it was 20-7 or something. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, 20-17. Sorry.
That do
It
be
went-
kind of close.
That was quite good. Yeah. I love that pun, Matt. Love a good pun. Go on. What's the next game?
Yeah. Bills at Broncos.
Bills at Broncos.
I don't think there's much of a contest here, to be honest.
The Broncos like.
And if Billy can tell me which team is going to win this game,
Bills.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bills. I think Bills are potentially on course. Just to look really good as a kind of playoff contender, and
I was about to say potential number 1 seed, but then I remembered Kansas City as a thing.
yeah, literally, I was about to say number 1 seed. I think they might make number 2.
Yeah.
But,
I think they'll get number 2.
but I think it won't. Yeah, I don't think it'll be.
Also, Patriots can't win the division anymore.
No.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
Feels good for me.
Yeah, it feels so good. Like it's been like the first time in what, like 15
So long.
years?
Yeah.
Like,
And Green Bay Packers play the Panthers.
yeah, I can't see the Panthers winning that one. Even if if McCaffrey's back, there's maybe they score more than 14 points, but
Yeah, I don't think the rush offense is good enough to go against the Packers' bad rush defense.
Would you put Josh Allen in MVP consideration, Sam? That's an interesting list, Matt, for MVP.
I would. But he's not top. I go Rodgers, Mahomes, Josh Allen. I don't put Wilson above Derrick Henry. I put Derrick Henry above Wilson.
Yeah, I would agree there as well.
Because Wilson has thrown 12 picks this year. Yes, he's thrown 36 touchdowns, but 12 picks.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is 28 and 9, but has a significant amount of rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. So yeah, I think Mahomes threw away.
I think that's the thing is, could you?
It's not massive throwaway, but I think the fact that he went 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and then Rodgers went 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, so Rodgers is 39 touchdowns, 4 picks. Mahomes is 33 touchdowns, 5 picks, and so you've got to think.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I was just thinking, if you're basing MVP purely on like Mahomes having a 3 interception game, I would say actually the fact they still won that game and he still played well, and it was just the 3 picks were essentially the Dolphins' defense playing well.
Yeah.
Does that not say more? I was going to say, does that not say more about the Dolphins' defense than Mahomes as a quarterback? Which means that shouldn't go against him in the MVP race. But then you have to. But then I was like, actually, then you look at Aaron Rodgers' more touchdowns now. Because I was going to say I thought they were close in touchdowns, and I was like, if you're playing it on interceptions, I don't think that's necessarily. Right.
No, I don't put it on just one category. I try and round it out as much as I can.
Which is why I think Mahomes is probably still top because of the yardage.
Also, look at passer rating, and Rodgers is top.
Okay. Actually,
119.7 to 112.3. He's been sacked less, which is O-line, which is good O-line.
Yeah, I don't necessarily put sacks into.
Has a better completion percentage.
Yeah, that's
off of fewer attempts. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yards per average is slightly better for Mahomes, by 0.3 yards per attempt, but I still think kind of that's the one stat he leads in apart from yards.
Okay.
So yeah. And QB yards can always be subjective to the team. It depends how much you run the ball as well, and how complete your offense is.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why I go Rodgers. But I put Mahomes as second, but that touchdown to interception ratio has been thrown off big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, potentially, Josh Allen's been good. He's had a lot of picks, though. He's had 9 picks, so I don't put him that high. I think Derrick Henry's been insane, so potentially Derrick Henry as a 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, responding to Vishgray in the comments. He might come back and have a 5 touchdown game with no picks. Yeah, absolutely, he might. But the way I see Aaron Rodgers playing is he's going to have another 3 touchdown, no interception game. He's had 9 of those this season, where he's had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah.
And I see that continuing against the Panthers, and that's why I think he's going to win it overall.
Yeah, I think Packers win. Moving on.
Texans, Colts.
Colts. Texans are crumbling.
Yep.
I
They
actually knew
didn't-
that one.
I feel so sorry for the Texans. Like, just
I also kind of feel sorry for the Jets.
no. Well, I say no. No, I do. I feel sorry for Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Well, I feel sorry for all of the Jets players, but as an organisation, like they brought themselves
on.
to this place. Like,
Yeah.
so
Right. Jets, Rams. This is why I feel sorry for them. I
Yeah,
feel sorry
no,
for Sam
this-
Darnold
this
so
is gonna
much
be an
here. He's
absolute-
going to get sacked.
this is an absolute demolishing.
This is a massacre.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're just
no, it's
gonna.
going to be a massacre. Absolute
Yeah.
massacre.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, the poor Jets.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I
Yes,
feel
I would
for
play
them.
the Rams defense on fantasy. Anyone who's got
Yes.
that. Like,
I would also play Bills defense.
yes.
Up against the Broncos. Yes, Drew Lock had a good game, but he's not going to follow it up.
He was also playing against the Panthers, so
Yeah. And they don't have the best defense. Right, yeah, no, so Rams take that, absolutely. Lions, Titans.
Titans. Yeah.
I picked Titans, but I think it's going to be close.
I don't think. Yeah, I think the Lions are one of those teams that everyone thinks are worse than they actually are. A bit like.
Yeah.
Bit like. Well, there's a whole bunch of teams I could put in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be closer than people think it is, but I think the Titans still just find ways to score. It really. I think it's the
Yeah.
Titans are really good actually in one area that I think lots of people don't think about is third down conversion. That's
Yeah.
like, that sums up.
That's why the Packers are doing well as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like being a Jags fan, that pretty much sums up the Jags. On first and second down, you're like, okay, and then third down comes and they fail, and you're like, yep, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. And that's
The
why
way
you
to do
mention-
that is win on first down.
exactly.
So
And
what I mean by win is get 6 or 7 yards. Get
Yeah.
kind of at least half the distance to the first down.
Yeah.
And that's what the Packers do really well. They kind of get 7 or 8 yards every first down, leaving them with 2nd and 3. And if they don't convert that, then they have 3rd and short,
yeah,
which they can run it. They can do short passes. It's
yeah,
it gets you to places where your playbook is completely open.
yeah. I definitely think that's Jaguars' problem.
And that's the
it's
reason
not-
some of these
and
teams
it's-
are doing incredibly well.
Yeah, and I think that's why. Yeah, that watching the Titans Jags game, Titans just kept
Yeah.
moving. So I think they'll
Yeah.
keep moving against the Lions.
Yep, same. Buccaneers, Falcons.
Buccaneers played well. I would love to say
Divisional
that the
game
Falcons.
as well.
Yeah, I'd love. Again, I think the Falcons have shown promise. Maybe it was just the Chargers playing good defense.
Yeah,
This is a
I
really-
think Bucks take it. To be honest,
Yeah,
it's
this is actually for me is quite a difficult one to measure out because the Bucks have had some awful games, the Falcons have had some awful
Yeah.
games, the Falcons have had some amazing games, the Buccaneers have had some amazing games. It's
yeah. I still think Bucks take it. To be honest, they have quality, and I don't think the Falcons have the same quality on defense.
fair enough. I it's a toss up for me. So, gosh, I'm not even going to try.
Are you trying to say Oslewski?
Oh, Oslewski, yeah. Gunnar Oslewski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool name.
it's an awesome name.
That's what I'm going to name my child.
What's the next game, Sam?
Did you predict?
Yeah, I went Buccaneers.
Okay.
Even though I don't
Yeah.
really believe in that prediction, I think it's up for grabs.
Who-
personally.
What was the other team?
Falcons.
Falcons.
I was going to say the Falcons at the start. Out of pure belief.
Yeah,
Fair.
I can see them winning it.
I'd love to be proven wrong. because I don't want the Buccaneers in the playoffs.
Yeah, please.
But yeah.
Oh, it is Brady
I
versus
think they
Ryan.
win.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh dear. Poor Matt.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Jaguars.
I'm
You face the Ravens.
trying to think. um,
Well, the only reason for me not wanting the Bucks in the playoffs is because they beat the Packers earlier, and I can see them doing it again in the playoffs.
yeah, that's a good shot.
It's why I supported the Patriots in the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl. It's because the Falcons beat the Packers in the conference. Yeah, in the conference title game. So
I'm going to make a bold prediction now
go on.
and say the Jaguars win this one.
I'm going to give you another bold prediction and say that the Jaguars are going to get smashed. That's not a bold prediction, but Lamar Jackson's going to go off, and yeah, honestly, he's Jaguars run defense.
I'd say I disagree, because I think the Jaguars not last night or on Sunday even held Derrick Henry to 88 rushing yards earlier in the season. The Ravens defense has also gave up 42 points. We've got Minshew back. I think if the coaches are smart and play it well, I can see the Jaguars winning this one.
You have the third worst rush defense in the league.
I know we do, but we've
Which
got
is why
Minshew
I
back.
think Lamar Jackson is gonna, you know,
Fair enough.
yeah.
You wait till next week. You guys are going to be. So...
You also have the fifth worst pass defense.
It's fine. Lamar can't pass.
As much as I love NFL, I am gonna dip because I'm gonna go play World War.
That's all right. Thanks for coming,
Fair.
Bill.
Yeah.
If you need me, invite me. I know I carry the stream. But,
Yes,
because
of course,
of my
of course.
NFL knowledge, the stats are actually inbuilt in my head.
Yeah, you're overshadowing us. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have to stay quiet a lot of the time, just because you know
Yeah.
it was bad in it. But thank you for having me. I'll see you in a bit.
That's all right,
no
Bill.
worries. Yeah.
Have a nice rest of the day, guys.
Yeah,
You too, Bill. Oh dear. I always find that funny.
Oh, gotta love Bill.
Yeah. 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 Ravens are going to win that.
Wait and see. Wait and see. we lost to the Browns 27-25. Just saying, like.
Yeah, and then the Ravens beat the Browns.
Yeah, it was close against the Browns, and the Browns almost beat the Ravens. So. Just saying. I think it's possible. I really do.
As with every Jags game, it's going to be close, but they're not going to win.
I can't wait.
Apart from the games that are massacres. Next week, when the Packers lose and the Jags win, it's going to be...
It's going to be a good week.
I'm not looking forward to that week, honestly. Right, okay, next game, while we're at it. Patriots-Dolphins.
Dolphins. I keep sleeping
Yeah.
on the Dolphins. Like, yes, they have some bad games, but in general,
Their
fantastic.
defense is good.
Fantastic defense. Tua can throw
Yeah.
a ball. That's all you need to do, really.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw what Tori commented in the chat.
Oof.
Oh dear. Battle of the 6 and 7s from the NFC North next. Bears Vikings.
Oh, big one. And
That's
I
a
know who
massive
I'm picking.
game.
I'm picking Bears
Same.
because they had a really good game last week. Trubisky's looked sharp actually, and also
He
bear in
did look
mind.
good.
Bear in mind, yes, they benched Trubisky after kind of a poor after he declined, but he was also the reason that they had such a good start. So,
Yes.
Or he was quarterback when they had a good start. So.
When they won 3 games.
So.
Yeah, I think they win. Their defense is playing well. I think the Vikings' offense didn't show up against the Bucks. I think that continues.
I think the Bears can get. They've started to get pressure again. So.
Yes, yeah.
Which will not help Dalvin Cook.
No.
Speak of the devil.
He's been stuffed up for a little bit, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame.
He hasn't been running massive for the last couple of games. Which I think teams have actually realised, okay, right, Dalvin Cook is their offense. And kind of bear down on that. Okay. Next game, Browns-Giants. I think this will be... Actually, no, it won't be close. Browns take it. Just run down their throats, really.
Yeah, I think Browns are looking really, really good. Mayfield again, he's hitting some really strong form.
Yeah, Mayfield's one of those weird ones that he never does well when you expect him to do well.
Yeah.
And then he outperforms your expectations once you've lowered them.
Yeah, exactly. But I've just when he plays well, it's actually a joy to watch.
Yeah, when he plays well, he plays well, and it's really good.
His throwing
I think that's kind of
is really exciting.
Yeah, it's off the back of the Browns' run game, especially as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Browns take that one. Ooh. Okay, Seahawks football team. Sorry, I just made a noise without saying what I was. But yeah, just in that next game, that's going to be a good game.
It is going to be a good game.
And I'm picking football team.
I'm picking football team actually, because of
that
the
D-line.
The D-line
is incredible.
Who did the Seahawks lose to? Kind of a couple of weeks ago.
Rams.
Oh, and Giants. And
Giants.
That's the one I was thinking of. And that's again, the majority of that is because of D-line. Like Russell Wilson just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, this season, if you put pressure under Russell Wilson, don't give him the chance to escape. That's how you win. So it's not going to be very easy to explain this. But with running quarterbacks, what you want to do is you want to contain, and then you want pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
So the contain is where you've got your edge rushers running out round the outside, and they
literally as you said that, my guys contained and a quarterback tried to run out, and that pretty much the result.
Yeah.
Just happened in front of your eyes.
So you get your edge rushers rushing round. They kind of do a more looped rush than usual. But they're still rushing from the outside. But they push the O-line into positions where the quarterback can't scramble out of the pocket without going backwards a lot.
Yeah. And that
will then force the QB up in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the point at which you get your D tackles or your D ends if you're 3-4 to push that pocket forwards, push that pocket back even.
Yeah.
And so you get the running quarterback runs forward in the pocket into more D linemen.
Or something I noticed in the Giants game is then it requires the quarterback to throw it for like 10 extra yards or something. Because
if you push them back, then
yeah. The pocket is the area of space between the quarterback and the offensive line.
Yeah.
So the offensive.
So if you think the offensive line creates a kind of arc almost, and if you think the pocket is kind of the space that is created from that,
it's like, as in the full term would probably be the pocket of space or something.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So if you think the QB's 7 yards back, if he's in shotgun, he gets the ball. The O-line kind of drop back a couple of yards. The tackles will drop back maybe kind of 5 yards, potentially, depending on how good the edge rushers are, and create that kind of line. And the kind of it is just the space behind that, and it's kind of, I think it's cool to pocket because a lot of the time, if you're getting pressure, those O linemen drop back towards the QB, and so there is a kind of just like a space. There's like a circle within that, within the lineman, of space for the quarterback to stand in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I take
Football team take.
I take football team.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, this could be a good game as well. Eagles up against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think, knowing the Cardinals, I'd be tempted to say the Eagles because the Cardinals quite enjoy losing games they shouldn't.
Yes, actually, I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say Eagles because I don't know why, but Doug Pederson is going to give the best scheme to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, which is silly.
Who I believe is going to be starting.
Yeah. It's going to be a surprisingly good game, and I think he's Doug Peterson's created an amazing scheme for Jalen Hurts. He should have schemed it for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And actually, he's caused that organisation more problems because he hasn't. But at the same time, has potentially saved his job. So fair play to him.
Yeah. Although
go on.
Eagles O-line isn't very good.
No,
that's one thing I worry
good...
about. Hassan Reddick had 5 sacks in his last game.
Gosh.
That pushed him up to like 6th on the leaderboard.
That's quite
if I can find it.
I
can't find it.
I'd still be tempted to say Eagles because you've only got one game of film.
Yeah.
So
I still say Eagles, but yeah, Hassan Reddick is now up to 10 sacks on the season, which is sick.
Basically it goes one of two ways. It either goes, it's a kind of a fair and decent game, and I think the Eagles pull it out, or the Cardinals suss out the Eagles' plan straight from the off and demolish them.
Yes. I absolutely get that.
I think that's but that's the thing, is the Cardinals haven't been so consistent this year that I can say with certainty that they're going to smash them.
Yes. I agree.
And the Eagles' defense has played well enough to cause some opponents some trouble. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Right, next game.
Go on.
Chiefs Saints.
Gosh, that's good. Oh gosh. All right. Chiefs, no question. Actually,
if Drew Brees returns, Saints.
Oh, is he potential come back this week?
They're not going to rush him. But I don't think he'll be back. So I think he's unlikely to be back. But knowing Drew Brees, he will want to be back for the game.
Yeah.
And so I think he could well play.
I think the Chiefs are the better team.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it depends on the defense in my eyes.
That's what I was going to say. I think a lot of the
because the Saints defense has been leaking a little bit.
Yeah.
It does depend if the Saints defense can stand up again a bit.
I think the Chiefs defense is good enough to stop the Saints defense. I don't think that's a problem because the Eagles defense was good enough. So
yeah, especially with Taysom Hill in.
Yeah. My intrigue is obviously the Saints weren't prepared for quite how good the rushing game was.
They had 200-yard rushes.
The Chiefs don't have that sort of rush game.
No.
So I'm really intrigued how
Saints don't have many injuries.
I'm going to be really intrigued if the Chiefs O-line can hold up and keep Mahomes up and allow him to dominate as a passer like he usually does.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if they can.
Yeah.
But then again, I saw the Chiefs corners get beaten by... Not Chiefs, the Saints corners get beaten by like Alshon Jeffrey and stuff, so...
He's had a good
year.
year. He's had a really good year.
Has he?
I'll check stats, but he's been better than usual, I
he
think.
was injured for most of it.
I don't know. I'll have a search. Right. Eagles. I thought he was playing well, anyways.
Fair enough.
Okay, he's no, he's not been playing well. He's been in 5 games, had 3 receptions for 9 yards, 30 yards of a touchdown. So yeah, no, he's not been playing well. Neither has Arcega Whiteside. He's only played 7 games. Deshaun Jackson's only played 4.
Yeah.
I think their starting wide receivers aren't anywhere near to who they would be usually. I think their starting receivers Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, and Jalen Rager.
Yeah.
When I would have put their starting receivers at the beginning of the year, Alshon Jeffrey, Arcega Whiteside, and Deshaun Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, sums it up really.
Yeah, they've just been plagued by injuries, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially on that O-line.
Poor Eagles.
But yeah, I'm calling Chiefs. Sorry.
Yeah.
This could be a really good game coming up. 49ers Cowboys.
Oof. This feels too even to call, actually.
It does. It does.
Cowboys played a really good game against Bengals, but then again, Bengals.
Yeah, that's Bengals.
49ers have played well the last few
I'm
weeks.
calling 49ers because they've been able to show up against bigger teams.
That's what I was going to say, is that even in their losses, they've played well. So
yeah.
And Nick Mullins, decent QB. Really decent QB.
He's very average.
Yeah, but right, hang on. The stats coming. If I can find them. Here we go.
He's played 9 games, thrown for 2,200, 10 touchdowns, 10 picks. 7.6 yards per attempt, which is alright, but not great. If you're going elite quarterback, you're going over 8.
Well, he was 8. He was 6th with 8, kind of last week. Sorry, that was
he's 10th.
He is now, yes. But
his longest throw is 49.
Garoppolo won't be dropped by any question. Well, how much? It depends how much money they paid him. Actually, they would have paid him quite a bit, wouldn't they? Yeah, there's no question he'll be dropped, especially because of money and things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a question, really. Like, I think Mullins has played well enough to be a starter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't drop Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I think Mullins is probably.
Kittle will return to practice.
Who?
Kittle.
Ooh, okay.
Garoppolo won't. They're not confident that he'll return this week.
Okay.
So he might return next week, but I think it'll probably be another couple of weeks until he does. Maybe week 17 if he does return.
Okay.
But I'm still pulling 49ers.
Yeah.
Even if Kittle does return, then yeah. It's Kittle. They're gonna. Yeah.
I would put 49ers as well.
Yeah.
They've just looked as a team more sure of themselves.
They have, yeah. And I think there is an air in the organisation that this record isn't because of them.
No.
That it's not their fault that they're 5-8. It's bad. It's because of the injuries they've had. They've had a lot of big injuries,
Yeah.
which we've talked about in the past, and I think is on Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I think Nick, like Cat, even with his injuries, I think actually Nick Mullins gives them more reason to keep him because Mullins has done kind of a decent job as a backup. Kind of, you don't need to worry about Garoppolo getting injured because you're not paying Mullins a lot. So
Yeah.
They might have
Although
a
if-
problem if he wants a new contract and kind of,
Yeah.
because you might have to pay him as well as he's played. But
Yeah.
but
But yeah.
yeah.
And then the last game of the week is going to be Steelers-Bengals.
Oh. I feel so sorry for the Bengals. Like they're like, I say I feel sorry
They've
for
had-
them. This is truly how good they are. This is them without Joe Burrow. Like a quarterback does not fix your team. Like it just
Yeah. They won,
Um,
what, 2 games with him?
3.
No, they're 2-10-1.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, so 2. Right, tied 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tied to the Eagles.
Yeah. I think
I wouldn't call it a massacre.
no.
I wouldn't call it a
either.
massacre. Even though it is the Bengals.
I think this has the potential to be a massacre because the Steelers have actually come up against some good teams, like some teams that have
Yes.
challenged them, and so I think that it has the potential to be a massacre, but at the same time, the Steelers have had a lot of drops. Like,
They have. I don't see that improving, though. I don't think that's going to get any better this week.
so I think I think it's a Steelers easy win, but I don't think it's a massacre because I
No.
think the Bengals offense won't beat the Steelers defense. There's no question there. But
Yeah.
I think the Steelers offense has dropped off a little bit, and the Bengals
Oh,
do
absolutely.
have some strength in.
Steelers' defense has dropped as well. I mean, we haven't spoken about it, but yeah, they've lost Bud Dupree.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
Didn't play incredibly well against what it was Washington, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, defense didn't play incredibly well against a not very good Washington offense. They played all right against the Bills' offense, but not well enough.
yeah,
Like the Bills don't have the most solid run game.
yeah. The
but-
Steelers still have Troy Polamalu covering. It's true. Polamalu is just great. I love.
He was incredible. But yeah, no, I think that's why I think Steelers still take it, even though there's been a big drop off in production. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's my prediction, anyways.
No, I agree. I'm in complete agreement. Oh, I've just
Right.
missed that field goal. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, and on
Is there
that
any
note-
news you wanted to talk about?
No, I think that was it.
I have news
Go on.
about Equity League,
Oh yeah, Sam wants. This is cool.
which I think is incredible. So, Microsoft has teamed up with the Green Bay Packers, the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's, the 3 big teams, NFL, MLB, and NBA, in Wisconsin. And they formed the Equity League. And so it's a collaboration. It's going to focus on locating, developing, and investing in minority entrepreneurs and growth companies that are creating scalable social change. I assume across the country and world, but they're going to be doing a lot of stuff in state as well. And so, so there's inequities that exist within the tech startup industry. Well, only kind of 3% are black or Latin America and that sort of thing, are of those minorities. When So a founding principle of this equity league is that while genius is equally distributed, regardless of race, gender, or address, the opportunities are not. So they're going to try and change that a bit, which I think is really incredible.
Yeah.
Showing that teams and organisations are working to change this, and working towards those sort of things, which I think is a really good opportunity, and I encourage. Not that any teams will hear me, but I encourage every NFL team to do something like this.
Because this, we were saying before the show as well, this isn't just political correctness for political correctness' sake. This is, like they said,
it's not giving money to people who don't deserve it. It's giving the people who deserve it the opportunities that they deserve.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that they're not getting because they're an ethnic minority.
It's one of the things like we obviously said a couple of times, kind of how do you solve the problems that the league is having, or that are being brought to the league that are very real problems. Yeah. And I feel like this is a really great way of doing it. Is partnering with non-sports companies to provide non-sports opportunities. And,
I think it's really good that the three big teams in the state of Wisconsin are teaming up for that, because it shows it's not just bigger than one sport. Kat saying about Dak Prescott. He's an incredible person.
Gotta love Dak.
He's an advocate for
mental health,
and everything. He's a really lovely person. I think people alone can change things, but it absolutely does help if you have the backing of big organisations. And that's what I love about this thing, that Microsoft as well are backing this up. Another thing I wanted to mention is, look at the news. CBS and Nickelodeon are teaming up to air a wildcard game on January the 10th.
So I'm still laughing.
Which, honestly. Go on to the NFL, find this.
It's another great thing, though, that they're trying to get kids kind of involved in the sports and the NFL as well, and it's kind of... And... Like, I can't, like... How amazing must it be for those kids in this modern age to be able to watch on a platform that is very much theirs, and they watch the things that their parents and adults are watching, and I think it's funny. And
the thing I love about this is that there's going to be like special halftime presentation. The halftime presentation is a sneak peek of Camp Coral, SpongeBob's Underyear, following 10-year-old SpongeBob and his friends, which the series will debut in 2021. Not an ad. So the halftime's going to include a bit of that. They're going to have, guest reporters, on-field graphics, virtual filters, and more. So they're having a SpongeBob Sports Pants Countdown special, hosted by Von Miller. And they're going to have pre-kickoff appearances by Jim Nantz and Tony Romo.
Like Matt, I think you've got a fair point there, but at the same time, like, why would they go to all this effort if it was I say if it was just for profit, fair enough, but like they are tailoring parts of this to the kids, which
so I really encourage everyone to find this piece of news on the NFL website and have a look at the video that's attached to it, because it shows this sort of play with a load of like on-field graphics and everything in it. Is brilliant.
It's just so...
And I will be tuning in for this because it's going to be really fun. It's as much as the NFL is looking out for profit in all stages. It will be available to be streamed on mobile for free for all fans via the NFL app.
Oh, that was a bad throw.
which will be really good. Yeah, this video is... So if you go onto the NFL website and you find this article about CBS and Nickelodeon teaming up to air the NFL wildcard game, there's a video in that article which shows some of this. Yeah. Which, it looks incredible. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you follow already or not, but if you don't, like, well, we would appreciate that. But just we appreciate you. We appreciate you being a fan.
Yeah, being a fan.
Like,
yeah.
Thank you for coming and supporting.
Yeah. It's love getting thanks from people, and then it's always a big kind of boost to hear from people that they like what we're putting out.
Apparently, Russia is beautiful. I would love to go to Russia. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I've got to be honest, I've got Russia on the brain. I've been doing a lot of work recently, and I'm a drama student, so you end up talking a lot about great Russian guys.
Yeah.
And I found out today that Leo Tolstoy wrote a book on his Christian faith. So, things you learn.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that I am definitely going to tune in for that.
Yeah.
I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I mean it's so unique. Like, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to read. Like you say, Matt. I'm going to do some more research into this, because if it's what is happening, Cameron Wake is in at running back and just got 20 yards. What?
What? What?
What?
What?
And now they've got Corey Davis in. What is this? What is this?
What?
So
Is this Ultimate Team or just?
No. It's so bizarre. Anyway,
Is this just a normal game?
yeah. What?
Like kickoff? What?
Oh, and now I've got Ryan Glasgow at running back. What is happening?
What? Oh, dear.
Yes, go on, Ryan. I'm going to keep Ryan in. No.
No.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. Well, what sort of? I'm interested. Like, what sort of American football coverage do you get in? Russia? Do you just have to? Because I started getting out into American football through playing the video games and watching the highlights on YouTube. Before kind of discovering you could buy Game Pass and watch the games live and stuff. That's how I got into the NFL from here, and that's kind of why that's a big reason why we do what we're doing, because obviously as we're kind of we're not American. Wait, is Mohamed Sanu in at QB? No, AJ. Why is AJ Green in at QB? What is happening?
Oh dear.
This is
welcome to Madden. Honestly, that is Madden for you.
Monday Night Football is on Channel 5 for Brits now as well.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, NFL Game Pass is really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's
fair play.
if you get it with friends, you can watch it on. You can watch it on as many devices as you want at the same time. Was that? Wait, what?
What? I'm so confused. Oh no! My punt just went 10 yards. No.
Oh dear.
Confused.
Oh dear.
I love this.
Oh
dear. I watch everything American football when I can find it. Like.
Yeah, NFL Game Pass is really good, actually, because you can do like a one-time payment. I'm not sure how much it is anymore.
It's quite expensive.
Yeah, but if you do it with friends, so like I've done with Nathan and one of our friends, Kat, who's on the joined us on the stream. Yeah, it's so if you and so you can split that payment, and you can watch it on as many devices as you want. So you've paid for this allowance for like a year. It will cost you kind of not very much per person for a year, and that gives you live games, game highlights, Game in 40 is something I love if you want to watch a game. I paid you money for that, Cat, okay? You can't...
So, same here.
Yeah. But yeah, it gives you like Game in 40, gives you like best parts of the games, gives you NFL Network, a load of shows where American people talking about the NFL, which can be quite fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think there are some podcasts on there. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff on that for you to be able to watch football and get the latest news that you can.
Yeah.
So I use that a lot to watch NFL. I often have two screens up at the same time. One with NFL Red Zone on, and one with a game that I like.
Yes. Just completed a pass with AJ Green.
Nice.
Why am I in no huddle? This is so confusing.
Yeah, and you get like documentaries and stuff on the Game Pass, which for me it's the best thing to get all my NFL off of. And then if I want to research something, I've got my laptop up. I've got this whole set of tabs on my browser full of just kind of like stats, and so I've got like team stats. I've got this website called Next Gen Stats, are quite good. And yeah, team stats, player stats, salary caps, injuries. Yeah. That's the sort of thing I really like from the American football. Is that it's like feel free to ask stat questions and stuff like that people do during the stream. Because I love to just look it up and find these things out.
Also, I'm really sorry pronouncing this awfully. Mario, your English isn't as bad as you think it is. And also, I do need to try some more online stuff. I'd love to play people. Like, if people want to play, we can try and get that going. And thank you.
Yeah, maybe that's an off-season thing to try.
Yeah, like I don't quite know how it works, but I have the capabilities, and I will give it a go. I used to be really good at online. Used to be. I think it was on Madden 19. I was top 40,000 or something.
Oh, fair.
So I was quite happy with that. It's because the Jaguars were good in Madden 19.
Yeah. You should see my Ultimate Team roster.
Yeah. Go on, make the kick. No!
Who's your kicker?
I don't know. Everyone's out of position and I love it. This is the most ridiculous thing. Oh dear.
Why is there motion in that?
Yeah, I know. Why? What is happening? Like, I'm so confused. Why?
That's so strange.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
This is why we don't buy the latest Maddens.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if you think this is Madden 20, they haven't patched this sort of thing in Madden 21.
Have they not? Oh. Yes, go on, make the
No, Madden 21 was literally copy and paste. Except they added another game mode.
So crazy.
Yeah. It's stupid. There's a reason why it's now 40% off. It's because they haven't made enough sales from it.
Yeah. Why is my... Oh, I'm so confused. No, Cameron Wake at running back is actually kind of scary, just saying.
Yeah. Who's at quarterback?
I don't know. I need to work this out.
Is that number 30?
Yeah, who's the number
Also,
30?
your D-line opened a massive poll for Cameron Wake to just walk through.
I know! Like, what is happening?
Is it like you have O-line playing D-line and stuff like that?
I guess so.
What?
And Corey Oh, I'm so confused. Oh.
That's an O-line number playing
Who's that?
corner.
That's Joe Mixon playing right end.
Yeah, you have receivers playing right. You have receivers playing D-line.
Oh, this is so fun.
Yeah, bear in mind this is Madden 20, so it might be different.
What?
Different numbers. You have an X-Factor player on D end.
Yeah, no, that's Jim
And I have a
Watkins,
feeling that's okay.
Oh my
But
goodness, that punter just did amazingly. Oh no.
That's the same number as the quarterback.
This is the most insane thing I've ever. I'm so confused. I love it. It's.
That's 74 as your punt returner. That's an O-lineman as your punt returner.
I can't quite believe this. Right.
Who have
right,
you got
let's-
at quarterback? You got AJ Green at quarterback. This is like the Broncos having what's his name at
Yeah,
quarterback?
yeah. Right, I've changed that around. Here we go. I've still got Darqueze Dennard at wide receiver, but there you go.
Wait,
Yes,
he's a corner?
Yes, I beat Tannehill. Yeah, it's just switched. Oh, that's so funny. Oh,
This is so confusing.
and then this is so anyway. Oh, is there anything else you wanted to finish off the stream with, Sam?
No, I'm good. Sorry, I'm just fascinated by this game.
No, this is just fascinating. This is just crazy, isn't it? Oh.
Alright, yeah, share your screen. Share play, please.
Yeah. Oh. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and supporting us,
Yeah.
having fun with us. Cheers to Bill for taking up the invite and having a good laugh.
Little cameo, yeah.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. Yeah, just thank you.
Yeah,
we
it's
just,
incredible.
We love
the
we love
support
this.
we get from
we
this,
just
and it's
we
amazing.
love
Yeah.
it. We're just and looking forward to some playoff implications next week.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and we'll finish on this bombshell. Even the Jags aren't coached this badly. Gonna Duke Ryan Tannehill. Yes. Oh. See you guys.